So here you see the resource that I've made for the road geometry. This is a road which will help students visualize. You can see the road kind of takes a slight left and it also dips. So I think this is kind of show students what it'll look like when a road is dipping. Then we also have the cuttings and the embankments, which they'll be able to work away with themselves if you send them a model. If you go into the plan view as well, you can see the actual complete question. So you can see where the cutting is and the embankments, and they can see what a finished drawing will look like from, just looking at the 3D model that is given to them. Have you any questions on that?
No, I think that all makes sense.
Perfect. Can you see the PowerPoint slide?
Yeah.
So I've made out the assessment for it. So it'll kind of just go through a normal roadmap question, and then there is a proposed roadway with a lay-by on it for trucks and buses. As you can see here, it's just kind of to throw the students off a small bit. They might not have seen it before, so it's just kind of something that'll make them think. And then also the road is falling uniformly, which is something they might not have seen as well. Usually it's rising rather than falling. So they'll just have to decide which side they put the cutting cone on. And then I kind of work through the question, so you can see each step. And that is the finished model of the question. So it's just kind of give students a quick run through of a question, and you have the slides here, so you can show them after they've completed the question to show them if they've done it right, or maybe need to improve on something or their accuracy.
Yeah, and I suppose it's good that you have different elements of it kind of saved at different stages. So if a student was struggling, let's say at the third step, you could kind of hand them the fourth step and see if that kind of helped them progress further onto the question.
Yeah, and it also kind of goes through the cutting cones here with the ratios. So the ratio for embankments is 1:1.5. So students will have to know that they have to multiply that by the 5 to get 7.5, and they go up in 7.5 increments instead of 5. And you see the cutting cone here kind of on the left side. That's something that they'll have to learn how to do as well. And having it on paper here, they'll be able to see it.
So would you plan on showing them the resource before or after doing the assessment question?
After, because if it's for assessment, you kind of really need to, you're kind of seeing where they are at, if they're able to do a question and whether they're able to complete it or not. So this is kind of just to show them if they took the right steps and how they probably should start the question. Because they could start with the base here, but it might be easier for them. But I'd find it easier to start, from A to B on the top. Just get the top completed and then move on to the base, which the base is fairly straightforward.